The Bad Guys. Movie Guide to the Good, the Bad, and Everything in Between. By Shelby Curran.
Pigtail. Completing the copycat crew is Pigtail, also known as Buttersnout, at least according to Webbs. She's the smart, sharp engineer of the bad girls, and as a huge crime nerd, Pigtail is a super fan of the bad guys. I dig it. The gang first laid eyes on this sneaky swine at the Lords of Leche tournament. Disguised as a star luchadora, Pigtail battled the legendary handsome Jorge Garcia in the ring. Her mission: create the perfect setup for the former bad guys and bring them to Kitty Cat while securing the MacGuffinite-made belt of Guatalamango. But when the guys jumped into the ring and exposed the mystery pig by removing her mask, madness ensued. The crowd was squealing in chaos. It's true that Pigtail and the guys got off to a rocky start, between the battle ring showdown, the kidnapping. And of course we can't forget the tricking us into being a part of a heist thing. But you know what? Pigtail became a true friend in the end.
It was the pleasure of a lifetime to kick the butts of my heroes.
Mr. Solomon. Talk about a bad billionaire. Back during Webbs' first heist ever, we took down the billionaire of the century and stole a sweet ride. He's got nothing on us and money talks. It was legendary. But Mr. Solomon never forgets a face, especially his, which he could stare at all day. Preferably when it's on the front of Billionaire's Digest magazine. He almost blew the guy's cover at Mr. Moon's wedding. We crashed the party in order to steal Mr. Moon's watch, forced into helping Kitty Cat and her crew. But when Mr. Solomon interrupted the ceremony in an outburst, ruining our plan and claiming that I was disguised as the bride, we had to improvise. Mr. Solomon created the perfect distraction for the gang to execute our new and improved plan. I pretended to faint into Mr. Moon's arms, swapping his Moon X watch for a fake one. Step 1. Complete. Then Pigtail blinded Mr. Solomon with the spotlights so he couldn't see the switcheroo. At the perfect moment, Shark, who was disguised as the efficient, snuck away from the altar so that Kitty Cat could put the real bride in my place. And for the last step, Doom soared over the altar with Snake, who completed the perfect wedding dress quick change and flew me away undetected. No one suspected a thing.
You bad guys are the worst.
Bad guys vs. bad girls. It takes a bad guy to catch a bad guy, or should I say, a bad girl. Anyway, we're the originals, the real deals, safe crackers, master hackers, con men of the highest order. Though, I have to admit, these notorious copycats are pretty good at fighting, and plotting an out-of-this-world heist, and tricking most of the city. And, alright, they are pretty good at what they do. Location detected. Still with me, partner. Now that you've got the lowdown on all the faces, it's time to show you around all the places. And what better member of the crew to clue you in on all the hot spots than Webbs? She's got eyes on the city at all times. The newly good bad guys always need to watch out for any evil plans or framing attempts brewing. Do you copy? Webbs' control room. WPPST system override. Welcome to Webbs' control room. It can be set up anywhere. At the scene of any great heist, Webbs has her comm systems ready to infiltrate any tech. She's a big part of making any mission a great success. Not only can she override any security system, but she can also track anywhere and anything in this city. Want to try it? Let's visit some hot spots undetected. Old Bad Guy's Lair. In the good old days, the Bad Guy's Lair had everything awesome you could imagine. A closet filled with every disguise known to man. Oh yeah, a freezer overflowing with push pops, delicious, heaps of rare stolen items, you bet. New bad guy's lair. Now that we're the good guys, things may look a little different around here. The lair is overflowing with long overdue bills, a TV that barely works, and cheap folding chairs instead of furniture. But one thing hasn't changed. Though it may not look like the coolest HQ, this is where I've made a home with my best pals. The diner. Can you smell the cheap cup of joe? Mouth-watering, the diner is the perfect place to sit back, relax, and read the City Times over breakfast. Snake and I have many fond memories here, like on his birthday, when the entire restaurant cowered at the sight of us in the room. That was back when the world had a reason to fear us, but hey, on the bright side, a great way to not have to wait for coffee. I'm kidding. All right, what can I say? We've had the best times here. The Complete Trust Bank used to be a hotspot for our heists. Stealing money, wreaking havoc, and being chased by cops in our getaway car. But now the only action happening here is filling out job applications. Do you think knowing the ins and outs of how to rob a bank as a former criminal counts as relevant job experience? I've gotta pay the bills somehow. At the police station, you can find Chief Commissioner Misty Luggins working on big cases with her team. I think it's safe to say that we've been suspects on her radar more often than not. But now it's almost like the good guys are members of the crime-solving unit ourselves. Relax, Chief, I'm only kidding.
Did you touch my board? My board? My beautiful board.
Misty Luggins, Police Chief Commissioner. Museum of Fine Arts. Every year at the Museum of Fine Arts, the city gathers for the Good Samaritan Awards ceremony, where the Golden Dolphin is presented to the most charitable citizen. One of our biggest and coolest heists back as the bad guys was plotting to steal the Golden Dolphin from under the city's whiskers. Professor Rupert Marmalade was being honored and presented with the award, and now you know how that went. But remember the magic of the wag that I was telling you about? Well, it was here where I first felt it, you know, that good feeling like when you're scratched between your ears. There's nothing like it. You could say it's my good guy origin story.
As for the sculpture, I think it's about perspective. If you look closely enough, even trash can be recycled into something beautiful.
Governor Foxington.
I guess some things aren't always as they appear.
Mr. Wolf, disguised as Mr. Poodleton. Professor Marmalade's house.
Rodents got taste, okay?
Mr. Shark. Back when the guys were only pretending to go good, we were whisked away to Professor Marmalade's house. On the outside, the five of us were villains, predators, and complete menaces to society. And since everyone thought Marmalade was the most charitable citizen the city had ever seen, and boy, were they wrong, he was in charge of teaching us how to be good. His real mission, frame us and commit evil crimes himself, but you know, it wasn't the worst place to spend some time. Marmalade's place is fancy, way better than being arrested. Do you feel that? It's a tingle of goodness, here in Professor Marmalade's state-of-the-art sharing laboratory, also known as the inside of Marmalade's house. Even the baddest of the bad can go good. Now remember, sharing is caring, always help others, and most of all, never suspect that a good guinea pig has a hidden agenda. Got it?